The year 2025 marked a turning point in the Russia-Ukraine war. Drone warfare became central to the conflict. On May 17, 2025, Russia launched the largest drone attack to date. 273 drones targeted Ukrainian cities, aiming at critical infrastructure. Ukrainian air defenses intercepted most drones, but some slipped through. The attack resulted in casualties, highlighting civilian vulnerability. The world realized the conflict had evolved beyond traditional battlefields. The age of drone warfare had arrived with far-reaching consequences. The attack forced a reassessment of the conflict and its implications. While drones dominated headlines, the ground war in Ukraine raged on. The eastern and southern fronts were the conflict's focal points. Russia continued its push in the Donbas region despite heavy losses. Ukrainian forces, bolstered by Western support, held their ground. Key battles occurred around strategic cities like Lyman and Toretsk. The war settled into a grim war of attrition with heavy casualties. Thousands of soldiers and civilians were killed or wounded. Eastern Ukraine cities and towns were reduced to rubble. In early May 2025, a glimmer of hope emerged with peace talks in Istanbul. Brokered by Turkey and the UN, these talks aimed for a settlement. However, the talks collapsed over territorial concessions. Russia demanded Ukraine cede control over several oblasts and recognize Crimea's annexation. Ukraine insisted on a complete Russian withdrawal and war reparations. The talks ended in acrimony, highlighting deep mistrust. The failure underscored the challenges of finding a peaceful resolution. Section 4. Putin's endgame: Russian aims and grievances. To understand the conflict, we must examine Russia's motives. Putin justifies the war as protecting Russia's security interests. He views NATO's expansion as a direct threat to Russia. Putin sees Ukraine's westward drift as a betrayal of historical ties. His actions in Ukraine are an attempt to reassert Russia's dominance. Section 5. The Arsenal of Democracy: Western support for Ukraine. Ukraine's resistance relies on unwavering Western support. The US, UK, EU, and others provided billions in aid. This aid bolstered Ukraine's defenses and enabled resistance. The West supplied advanced military equipment and imposed sanctions on Russia. These measures aimed to cripple Russia's economy and war effort. Concerns about escalation and economic fallout tested Western resolve. Despite challenges, the West remained steadfast in supporting Ukraine. The conflict became a proxy war with far-reaching consequences. Section 6. A grim outlook: the looming shadow of 2026 and beyond. As 2025 ends, the Russia-Ukraine war shows no signs of abating. The conflict has settled into a protracted stalemate. The human cost continues to mount, with many casualties and displaced people. Ukraine faces a long road to recovery. The war has strained international relations and fueled a global crisis. Experts predict the war could drag on for years. The future of Ukraine and global stability hang in the balance.